What I've learned, I've found a confidence in myself that it's taken a long time to get to, but I'm here. Um, I know that I posted in the group, like, I've been going through like a crap ton of health challenges, and to be able to have fully launched my brand
Mm,
and like, like, even though it hasn't made any money yet, it's like to be able to, and you always talk about this. It's like you can actually get paid to do what you love doing, what brings you joy.
yeah.
And so I just want to thank you for that. I'm not gonna cry. Um, but like it's changed. God, it's changed my life. Like truthfully, I really mean that. It's changed my life.
Thank you,
So
Kendra.
yeah,
You said you weren't gonna cry, Kendra.
I'm trying. It's emotional, okay?
Yeah, yeah, thank you. That's right. It's that confidence. It's that knowing when we know we've stumbled upon something, or we've been not just stumbled, we intentionally build something for ourselves that we know we
It's
can do over and
crazy,
over again.
man.
Yeah, that is so cool. Um, what is your offer, just so we have an understanding of it?
So, my original offer, which is actually more micro than the micro offer,
Mhm.
is I created an adult coloring book for women who are going through anxiety, trauma, and it's just to create a space for us to breathe.
Okay.
The name of my full brand is Wildflower Soul. Um, and then I created the being able to do the landing pages. And so I purchased the hackathon when you put it on sale for the $30.
Yeah.
I'm actually going through that right now.
Cool. Cool.
And I'm excited because I know that I'm going to be a part of 360 Pass. So I'll be able to, kind of refer back to everything that we've done here as well.
Yeah.
And I'm just so excited. Like I said, it's not even the fact, and I think that this is my husband keeps saying this because he heard you say it, be the money. It's like it's not about the physical dollars that come in, but if you can learn
Mm,
how to be it.
yeah.
And it's been a really interesting journey because it's like all through this process, it's like little by little, my relationship with money is being worked on. So it's like,
Yeah.
being able to be and actually say that I have two businesses now that can kind of start that, and then using AXP to like even expound those and take them into places I never like. It's
Mm,
incredible. It's insane,
yeah.
honestly. It's
Yeah.
insane.
Love it. I got
Yes.
something. I got a little surprise coming up later on, everybody. I think you're gonna like, Kendra. I think everybody's gonna like. It's a
If it
little
has something to
surprise.
do with AXP, I'm gonna cry for real.
Well, it doesn't, but it doesn't. But
Okay.
it's a little something I think you're gonna like. I think you're gonna like it.
Okay.
Okay, everybody, thank you. Let's give it up for Kendra. And then we have R.W. Jones.
Yes. So I am pretty new to your community, Arlen,
Yeah.
and I made money in the past, but I was like, you know what? The Authority X Pro
Mm,
feature for 30 days pulled me
mhm.
into the one to this classroom.
Nice.
And I have been trying to articulate the difference. So I really want to do a video on it because
Okay.
it's like crack at this point. And I don't want to be a crackhead, but what
Yeah.
I am saying
Yeah.
is I need it. So
Mm,
I wanted to kind of just see, I want everybody to say or think, never underestimate or devalue because what Arlen has put into the Authority X Pro, which to me is so different from every other chat GPT.
mm-hmm.
And I'm trying to explain it to people, and they're like, well, what's the difference? Like, how can you get better than chat GPT? And I'm like, super,
Mm-hmm.
super clarity, super, super bootstrap. Like, we doing too much out here. So I just thank you, Arlen, for taking your time and building that piece of art. And I just pray that it grows.
Yep.
And I just told it, I was like, listen, now I have not made, I made maybe like $400 on my $1,000
Great.
offer. So
You made your money back.
I did, but now I'm like, listen, I'm like, we got 3 days. And we got to make this 997 because she got to get her money. Like it's a part of my life. So
I
30X
get you.
Pro is part of the system. It's a sister thing. It's a bootstrap thing. It's a clarity thing. It's a thing.
It's a
And
thing.
it's a thing. I
Yeah.
cannot do business without it. And so thank you for the 30 days. And I've just learned, if anything, I've learned you can't do offers without AXP. That's what I'm taking away. But in your own heart, in your own words, what is the differentiator outside of the most simplistic blue bootstrapping clarity? To me, I don't want to say it's just because you're a woman of color that there's this added value. I don't know if that's necessarily it. It's different.
It's trained on almost let's say 90% of what I know about making money. And the only reason only 10% is left is because every day I learn more and I have to catch it up to me, right? So it is trained on 90% of what I know about making money, about building offers, about selling, about nurturing a community. These what I've been solid, it's solid 2 decades. Maybe it's been 21 years because I started my magazine at 24. And that wasn't the first thing I did, but I started my magazine at 24 and I'm 45. And I trained it. So, because your question is, what sets this apart from ChatGPT? You already said it does. So you just wanting to know. So it is trained on someone. So when you're talking to someone about it, I think a way to help them understand is to introduce them to me, like explain who I am and what I do and the experience that I've had, and just say it's like I just took my brain and put it into this this machine. And it's like some people compare it to having me as a co-founder 24/7. Some people compare it to having me as a coach 24/7. Imagine you could text me anytime you want, a day or night, to ask a question about your business. That's what Authority X Pro is.
That's what it is.
Yeah, imagine you could just do that. And you know, ChatGPT has so much. And this the underlying is several different AI models to make it work. It's just trained on me. So it's pulling from all the places. But ChatGPT does not have your experience, your lived experience. It doesn't have my lived experience. That's why when we use these AI products, we still need to be the final word. We still need to be the steward. These AI products are working for us. And we still need to have the taste. Like we have the taste. AI doesn't have taste. Some would argue that it does, but I don't think it does yet. It probably will one day, but it doesn't have taste. It doesn't have decorum. It doesn't have like common sense. It literally has common sense because it knows everything, you know, all the data, but it doesn't. If you've ever seen any of these videos where people are trying to get it to spell the word strawberry or say how many R's are in the word strawberry and it says the wrong number, you can't convince it otherwise. Like ChatGPT, which I'm invested in, by the way. I'm not dissing it. I'm just telling you the difference. Like, you know, when you put it aside, ChatGPT, the owner, Sam Altman. There's so many Sams. Sam Altman. They showed a video. They showed him a video and they filmed it, and they showed the AI that he built not being able to say how many R's there are in strawberry. And he laughed at it. He was like, "Yeah, we got to get better at this." And he said it's going to take about 18 months to get there. With all the things that OpenAI can do, to get it to spell the word strawberry correctly, it's going to take 18 more months. So there's still a gap between AI and us. And so I would say Authority X Pro is leverage for you, and you are the biggest leverage. So like having this behind the scenes understanding of, oh, this is how I'm supposed to use AI. It's not using me. I always say, like, am I consuming it or is it consuming me when I talk about buying something, when I make a decision? Am I consuming it or is it consuming me? And that's kind of how I feel about AI. Like, am I telling, is it my boss or am I its boss? Because it can't be my
Mhm.
boss, right? Chanel says, so if I'm understanding, if you don't have a business, you can use X Pro to leverage yourself. Um, it's not exactly what I'm saying. Everybody here has a business because if you have a micro offer, you have a business that you just started. Okay. There's different ways to put that. So everybody here, we're in the same boat as you have a business. You may not be a huge business. You may not have made money yet, but you have a business. So it's a side hustle, it's whatever you want to call it. I'm saying that anybody can be leveraged with AXP about their business. It's not like a personal therapist, although some of y'all know it has been because y'all tell me it's not meant to be a personal therapist, but it'll talk you down, right? It'll talk you down or build you up. But when it comes to business, I think it's a secret weapon. That's just plain and simple. I think it's a secret weapon. Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
Thank you, Arlan.
Thank you. Let's see, Latricia.
Okay, I'm responding to your question about what have we learned.
Yeah.
Um, on LinkedIn the other day, and I had not seen you on LinkedIn, a colleague commented about you and she said she's very good. So my response to her is that yes, Arlen is an excellent mentor, coach, and human being that is interested in sharing her knowledge slash experience to serve and elevate others who may not get the opportunity to achieve without her knowledge. A true servant leader slash VC investor.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Amazing. Well, thank you. So you used it to kind of formulate. How would you
What
say
was
you?
in, go ahead.
I would say, how would you say you? How would you describe how you used it if you were telling somebody how you just used it? Did it help you like
It,
clarify something or?
yeah, it helped put into words the impact you're having or
Mm.
have had
Oh
on me
wow.
and others in a way that um, you have to think about it.
Yeah. Yeah. It's a little hard to just come up with it. Yes.
Right. Yes.
Yes. Oh man, that's cool. That's cool. I love that just in general about AI, but I love how you use certain AIs for different things. Like like for me, like I know Claude is gonna write better than ChatGPT, but ChatGPT is kind of like a workhorse and it's gonna do a bunch of cool stuff that I needed to do. With Authority X Pro, uh it very much so I use it. So it very much so surprises me of how much clarity it gives me. And it's like I always have these moments of like, oh yeah. And the funny thing about Authority X Pro for me is that I still haven't been able to train it to know that it's me. Like it knows it's me, but it doesn't know it's me, right? So it always say, that's what Arlen would say. And I'm like, yeah, yeah, it is. So yeah, I appreciate that, Latricia. Candace?
Yes, it is AXP. I sing the praises of AXP all the time. It's
Yeah.
amazing for me on so many levels. And one of them in particular, back to Sister RW's question
Yeah.
earlier, um, is that I can use it to, for example, I had a client that pushed back and said that I didn't fulfill on an order from them.
Mm.
And I knew I had.
Yeah, it happens.
And however, I wanted to word it in a way that when I went back to Stan and said, no, here's XYZ and W about
Mm.
what I did, AXP was able to write the document for me, give me the exact handouts that I needed to use. I mean, pieces of evidence that I needed to use.
Yeah.
And then once I put it all together, I then put it back in AXP and said, okay, this is what I've created. Does it look right? And it
Right.
said, yes, and let's tweak it. Let's do this to make it even better. So it is so much more than just how do I build a landing page, y'all.
Yeah.
It really
Yeah.
is. I
Yeah.
mean, it's kind of like all the AIs. It's so much more than that, and it
Yeah.
can do so much more than that.
Yeah.
In response to your earlier question about what we've done, mine is a little different. So when I first started, I came in, was going gangbusters, created this whole product, and I was on the roll, had a landing page and making an offer and blah, blah, blah.
Mm-hmm.
And then I got some really valuable feedback that that don't have nothing to do with your brand.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Ruh-roh.
Yeah.
um, which was valuable because
Yeah.
I was about to go down a whole rabbit hole and waste a whole lot, not waste, invest a whole lot of time, more time in trying to sell something. And the clue for me was it had only been a couple of days, but the way things are going for me now, if something is aligned, it don't take 24 hours, it doesn't take hours, much less days.
Yes.
There was no conversions. There were a few and only a few clicks.
Oh, interesting.
And I was like, okay, so
Yeah.
this is not what I'm supposed to be doing.
Yeah. And that's a
And
great lesson in
so,
itself, right? That's a
yes,
really valuable lesson in itself.
very valuable. And the biggest value in it for me was that I stopped immediately. I didn't
Mm.
spend a whole month trying to chase this thing that nobody wanted because it didn't have anything to do with who I am
Yeah.
as a brand.
Yeah. Yeah.
So that's been one of the biggest lessons for me here. I've made quite a bit of money this month,
Yeah.
in other
Soft
ways.
flex. Ooh.
Yes, 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 flex. And as y'all know, I mean, like the followers. And then last night, I discovered the folks who were following me.
Yes. I did that recently, like a few months ago, like 6 months ago. When you go to somebody's page, have you done this yet, Candace? Go to somebody's page you like a
Yes,
celebrity or whatever.
right, right, right.
Look at who they are following,
Yes,
and then look at who of those people who are following you.
that.
It just tripped me. I'm like, what?
Me
How?
too.
What?
Yeah, right. Like crazy, crazy,
Yeah.
crazy. I mean, I unfortunately I didn't write them all down.
Yeah.
But like some of the names, like what? Who?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and that's exactly what I did. I went to X's page and went down, follow back.
You
What?
follow
Huh?
back. They follow me first. What? Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
it's 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 so fun.
That's
It's so
the
fun.
everybody the lesson there is the power of putting yourself out there, like we talked about a few days ago in this challenge, because that's what Candace did originally. She put herself out there and now she has 1.2 million followers on Instagram. I know,
One
on
point
Instagram, and then another 200K plus on TikTok. Is that what it is?
400,
400K.
almost four. It's gonna be 400 by the end of the
And
day.
I'm talking about, like, you were just at 1 million on Instagram.
Right.
We're talking about
2 weeks ago.
2 weeks, a week, every week you get a hundred
Almost
thousand
almost
followers.
300,000 by tomorrow,
I'm
which is
angry.
it'll be 300,000 in 3 day
Look
in
at you.
2 weeks
And
on
y'all talking
Instagram.
about I don't want to put myself out there. Now Candace has the world as her oyster because she put herself, not everybody's gonna go viral, but you don't need to go viral to make money online. That's kind of the whole point.
Right.
You
Right.
know, it's like there's levels to this, man. It's just so, all of this is so cool. And I'll tell you, on the flip side of that, so everybody, my mother is 77, and she, about 30 days, 40 days ago, maybe 30 days ago, she started posting one video every day. The first 5 times she did it, it was because I asked her to. I said, I just want to see. My brother and I, who has a big YouTube channel, we've been trying to get her on YouTube and do stuff. And I finally said, will you do Instagram? Will you do like a short? She like begrudgingly did it, and she did it, and it did well, and I put her on my channel so that it would get that cross pollination. And then she got into it. She started, really coming to me first with it each day, and then she wanted to put a post up, and I was like, I was like being her director, and I was like, Mom, this is not going to do well because the way the algorithm works is blah 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 and blah 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 blah. I said, it just it's okay. You don't know this. You're an amateur. You know, I'm a I'm a professional. I know it. I do this every day. And she said, and I said, I just really don't think you should post this because people are not going to get it. Oh my gosh, I'm so glad my mother is as like she is never gonna just say no. Like, no, that's okay. She's never gonna do that. She's gonna. So what she said to me was, "Let me post it because who did she say? Who did she say? Dolly Parton. She said Dolly Parton didn't have all hits. She said, "Let me post it. I just want to see what it does. See what it people like because she wasn't looking at it for like to blow up. She just wanted to see. So she posts it, and I'm like getting ready to console her. Like this is gonna be embarrassing for her. I got to tell her that some days it just doesn't hit. So she got to keep going. Because I had gotten her 19,000 views on one video from my audience. So she puts it up. It has 419,000 views and counting. It is her biggest video she's done so far. And what it did was it sparked her. So now she does one daily. It gives her purpose. It gives her and she starts to get this feedback. So the rest of them haven't been like that. They've been like, oh, 700 views, 1,000 views, 2,000 views. But let me tell you, she sent me, my mom has been very melancholy lately, very melancholy about growing older. And she's lost a lot of people now in the last 2 years and all of that. She sent me the giddiest voice message a few days ago. Giddiest. She's like, do you know that woman I follow who talks about traveling and talks about people she doesn't like to travel with? She just left a comment on my post and she was giggling. It was so that wasn't even a post that got a bunch of views. It just was a post that reached the right person for her that she needed to reach that day. And the people who have been writing to her and telling her that it's been an inspiration, like Candace, you know this on steroids, right? The people that are just like people in our chat are like, every chat we do with Candace, somebody in my group saying, oh, I follow you every day. So whether you get a few views and you have that core audience, or you get millions of views and you have that core audience, it's going to affect you beyond money. And I will say this one more time. Oh, I'll say this 1,000 more times, but one more time right now. It is free to post on these platforms. There are so many people out here who are like, oh man, if I had like $10,000, $20,000, $30,000 to put into Facebook ads, I'd be on. It'd be off and popping, right? Like if I said to you, hey, I'm going to give you $20,000 for Facebook ads, how many people here would be down with that? Say, I'll take that. Well, I think everybody should be down with it. Let me be clear. You should say yes to that deal. Say yes to that deal. But my point is, you already have the ability, the equal. You have the I forgot the word. You have the equal to that. The equivalent. There we go. You have the equivalent to having ads because you have the ability to set up an account and start posting. And nobody's telling you how many posts you can do a day or a week. Nobody's telling you what you need to talk about unless it's dangerous or illegal. Nobody's telling you this, that, and the other. It's not the way it used to be where depending on how many followers you had, it only was the only way you could get seen. Now it's interest based. You may know Gary Vee, you may hear him talking about this. He's been talking about this for years. But in the last 2 or 3 years, it has become more and more interest based, meaning that a brand new channel can get a bunch of views or can get the right views overnight, meaning that on YouTube, a lot of people like me who have more, like I have 250,000 subscribers on a long form, which is hard to do. A lot of people, we're talking to each other like, man, our views are down. They've been down for about 6 months because the platforms are making new and small channels priority because they want more and more people to join. So this is your moment. If you have a lot of followers, you know You have the foundation and the strength and the fortitude to weather the storm. And if you have just a few followers, you're actually like teacher's pet right now on these platforms. So please do not let this time pass you by. Please let this be a moment where you say, look, I'm just going to see what happens for the rest of the year if I just do this. Yes, Candace.
A friend of mine who is 79, I was typing this and it was too long, is on TikTok. And she's had a channel and on all of the socials for a while. She's had a TikTok channel for a while. And she decided to start a new one a few weeks ago. The new one has doubled the amount of followers in a few
Oh,
weeks than the one that she's had for a couple of years. I mean, like
interesting.
a lot of followers, 10,000, 20,000. It's a lot. 79, y'all. 79 and talking about all kinds of stuff that, I mean, you could talk about whatever because there's 8 billion people on the planet. So
Yep.
there's somebody who's going to be interested in whatever you have to talk about. And do it messy. You don't have to get made up and do all the things and have all the lights. No.
Exhibit A.
As a matter of fact, the more you do that, the less people are going to watch you.
Yeah, because they want this real thing. And here's the thing. 12 months from now, we may be having a very different, most likely we'll be having a very different conversation. We may say, okay, the pendulum has swung back to it needs to be highly produced. It needs to be this, that, and the other because we got so inundated with organic or whatever. But what we do know right now, you're talking to two people who have figured out social media. When it comes to business, there's some people out there who have figured out social media who don't make a penny because they don't know how to monetize it. So you got like a double whammy right here. You got quantity and quality on the monetization. Don't miss this. In fact, I think I might put this video up, this whole video up as a YouTube video. I need people to know it.